We're back here on the box score, ready to talk more junior high football. Gordonsville Junior High, in fact, with the Tri-Lakes Football Conference champions, Coach Mac Petty and some players from the team. Coach, first of all, congratulations to you and the team. A fantastic season. I believe 7-0 was your final record. Big win in the championship game. What was the season like for you this year?
Kids come out and did a great job this year. They worked hard all summer and last winter. We come up short last year one game, and they really had a goal in mind of getting back there and being able to win it this year, and they did a great job.
You said getting within one game last year. Was it easy to motivate them and keep them fired up and ready to take that next step this year?
When we left the field last year, when we lost the championship game, they all said we're going to be back and we're going to win it, and they came to work the next week, and we went to the weight room all winter and had a great spring practice, and then come in this summer and worked 2 hours a day, and these guys come and they had one goal in mind and they were able to achieve it. What's the one thing you think maybe really stands out that makes this group special this year? Very close-knit group of kids. They really fought for each other. No one really cared who got who scored a touchdown or things like that. They just wanted to make sure we won each and every game. We've got 3 players from the championship team. Coach, I'll let you hand them the microphone. Guys, just introduce yourselves.
I'm Matthew Albritton, a quarterback.
Okay.
I'm Lucas Roberts.
All right.
I'm Connor Glover.
Okay. Are we going to have a spokesman, or all 3 of you want to talk? Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Well, we'll ask you a question, and then whoever wants to talk can. What was it like as this group? You guys seem to be awfully close. And Matthew, what really stands out about this group to you that made this a special season for you?
Our line, they blocked every play, never missed a block. Blew holes for the running backs.
So you guys are the close knit. How long have you all been kind of playing football together? Have you grown up all together playing football?
We've been playing a lot. Lucas came 5th grade year and helped us out. And most of us been together for about 5 years. Played junior pro together.
I'll ask you what I asked Coach. How was it when you came a game short last year? How motivated were you to get back and win the championship this year?
I think we were very motivated and we were ready to come and play them again.
What was it like to win that championship game, Matthew, to be able to hoist the trophy at the end? How special of a feeling was that for you?
It's really special. I just get to experience it with all your brothers and everything.
The next step is high school football, and Matthew, I think you got a taste of that, in fact, last Friday night against Pickett County, getting some action. I'll ask you first, what was that like, having played in a junior high game just a week or so before, and then getting your first high school action? What was it like for you?
I was a little bit nervous there for a minute, but I kind of got used to it.
Well, guys, let's talk about what you would like to accomplish on the high school level. A lot of great football tradition at Gordonsville High School. Last state championship was in 2012. What do you think you guys can accomplish, this group, as you move on up into the high school ranks?
I definitely think we can get a state championship, but we can't stop working all through 4 years of high school.
All right, well, guys, you had an outstanding season. We congratulate you for winning the Tri-Lakes Conference Championship. Coach, I'm going to come back to you, and I'll kind of ask you that same question. This has been a special group. Obviously, a lot of talk, a lot of great athletes coming up to the high school level. You being involved again on the high school level, what can this group bring to your team next year?
I think the key thing is they've got to keep working and they've got to stay together. We've in the past, we've had some good junior high groups that kind of fall apart once they get to high school. The key there is we've got to stay together. It's a good group of kids, around 17, 18 kids, and if we can keep all of them together for 4 years, I think they can accomplish whatever they choose to work for.
Let's talk about next season. You got a big 8th grade group moving up. Talk about some of the players that you'll have coming back, and a couple of things. What are your expectations for them, and what have these 8th graders been able to do as role models for the younger kids coming up?
Well, I think the 8th graders set a good example on what it takes to be successful and coming to practice every day and working hard. We've got a good group of skilled kids coming back. Of course, we're going to find a quarterback, and then I think the biggest hole we're going to fill is every offensive lineman and every defensive lineman is moving on, so we've got to find some help there. Doesn't matter how good your skilled people are, if you don't block, you're not going to be very successful. So that's going to be a challenge, but I feel like we got some kids that, with some work this winter, will be able to keep things going in the right direction.
You being involved both with the junior high and the high school program, you've seen some of these kids come through the last couple of years. A very senior-oriented Gordonsville High School football team this year. Talk about what you expect for the younger group. Let's say the sophomore group on down. What are we going to see from Gordonsville in the next couple of years, you think?
Well, coming back next year in high school, all of our offensive linemen and most of our defensive linemen will be back, so we'll have a lot of experience coming back there. In the skill positions wise, we're going to lose a lot of experience, so we're going to have to fill a lot of holes there. You know, every offensive lineman's a junior, so we're going to be okay there. Then we've got some sophomores and freshmen, skill kids that's going to have to step up and grow, and then some from this class may be having to come in and play some roles as freshmen next year as well. So I think it'll be a good year to break in some young skill kids with a good offensive line coming back. And what we're trying to do, me and Coach Clemens, we wanted to make sure we had everything. What we do in junior high is the same as what we're doing in high school. You know, Matthew was able to come out last week. He quarterbacked the JV game on the Monday, first day of practice, and was able, the terminology was the same. I don't think it was too confusing for him, you know. So that's what we're trying to do. When they get to high school, they already know what we're doing, and we have to do less teaching on our schemes as much as just how to play the game.
You back with a high school program this year. It must be football all the time if you're coaching the junior high and also with the high school team now. Not much free time, I would assume.
Not much free time at all. So the summers was pretty hectic. We was practicing 2 hours in high school, turn around, practice 2 hours at junior high every day. So the summers got hectic. Once the school started, junior high is not as time consuming because we practice during the school day. So, but still, there's a lot going on, and I wondered how much I'd be able to handle it all, but it went pretty well this year, and all of our staff are high school coaches as well. So I think that helps out a lot, but it's a whole lot of football, but these guys make it enjoyable to come to work every day.
Well, Coach, some final thoughts as we wrap up on this 2018 Gordonsville Junior High team. Just some final thoughts from you on how special the season was and how special a group you've had this season.
It was just a great year. You know, it was like Matthew said, we had a good group of offensive linemen who blocked well, and we had some good skill kids that were able to capitalize from those holes. You know, offensively, we probably was more productive than I can ever remember us. We averaged right around 40 points a game, and defensively, we played well, and I thought these kids really came out each and every day and worked hard, and they did what we asked of them. And you know, we had some tough games there at the end of the year, and was able to, you know, Clay County was a very physical team, and we had some close games with them, but I thought they was able to do what they wanted to do. And you know, I'm so happy for them that they're able to achieve their goals and see what hard work can pay off.
Well, Coach Patty, we congratulate you, congratulate the team. Fantastic season, again, 7-0, and Tri-Lakes Football Conference champions, the Gordonsville Junior High Tigers, and best of luck to y'all in the future as well.
Thank you.
Coach Mac Patty and the Gordonsville Junior High Tigers joining us. Stay tuned. Coach and I will be back to talk about the biggest games coming up this week in high school football, all that and more right here on The Box Score.